Well, if you've stepped outside at all today, you don't need me to tell you that it's a little bit chilly out. Right now, Madison's at 43 degrees, 42 right now in Platteville. Areas north of Dane County dealing with the upper 30s this morning in places like Baraboo and Montello. That cold trend is really starting to settle in for today, and it's going to continue through the weekend as well. Now, at least we get a little bit of sunshine for our Thursday morning. As you can see, not really dealing with too many clouds on our satellite and radar imagery. That will change throughout the day, though, so we are going to start to see some partly cloudy conditions. But first, again, we've got that sunshine. Not really doing too much to warm us up. By around 8 o'clock, we're still in those mid 50s, up to the upper 50s by around 9 o'clock, but we're not going to break that 60-degree mark until mid-morning. So definitely dealing with those cooler temperatures today. Like I mentioned, that cloud cover really starts to build in right around mid-morning and into the early afternoon. We're going to stay dry for the daytime part of our Thursday, but as you can see around that time, already seeing some showers develop up to our northwest. That's going to move through overnight. But before we get there, again, some nice and sunny skies. Oliver and AJ are the stars of today's dog walk forecast. I've been told that one of them really likes the rain and one of them really doesn't and prefers the sun. So we've kind of got both in the forecast for Thursday. Again, plenty of sunshine. Even by the evening, we are still staying dry as we get to those high temperatures in the low to mid 60s. But that rain chance comes mostly overnight. As you can see, your evening commute and your dinner hour still staying pretty dry. However, right around that time, if you're closer to La Crosse, you may be seeing a few isolated raindrops. Moving closer to around 8 or 9 o'clock, you can see some heavier rainfall really starting to develop closer to La Crosse, and then that's going to sweep through overnight into the early hours of our Friday. Luckily, it's going to move through pretty fast, and here in southern Wisconsin, we're not really going to see too much heavy rainfall. Things are going to stay pretty light, and areas along the Illinois state line, we're looking at some more isolated chances of that rain. By the time that we're waking up tomorrow, we're cloudy, but we are once again on that drier side. In terms of rainfall totals, like I said, we're not really looking at too much as we're going to be dealing with the lighter end of this rainfall. Areas to our north dealing with closer to a quarter to a half an inch, but here in southern Wisconsin, we're all going to remain at less than 1/10 of an inch, possibly a little bit more north of Dane County, but again, for the most part, not looking at too substantial of rainfall totals tonight. 63 degrees our high temperature in Madison for today. As that rain falls, we're going to drop down to around 50 degrees, and then for our Friday, a high of 61, keeping those overnight lows in the mid 40s for the days to come. Saturday and Sunday, keeping it cool but keeping it sunny. 62 your high for Saturday, up to 63 for Sunday. And for the start of next week, those cooler temperatures are still going to persist, but we're slowly warming up, getting back to that 70-degree mark by around Tuesday or Wednesday. And then we should be seeing temperatures remain just a little bit closer to average in those low to mid 70s.